Okay, this is chapter 4, the object of graph. Okay, so last time we start to discuss the object and we talk about simple graphics programming, and we talk about it import, right? We actually discussed this already, and we also discussed from graphics import. Okay, so these two, one is merging the namespace, one without. Okay, these two we finished. So today we will be getting started. We will get started here for the constructor and object. Okay. So the constructor and object. Last time we actually do work on these different objects, and we do have an example on these. Okay. Then next one is the constructor. Okay. Constructor. We actually already tried. Okay. We already tried. So here you have a constructor, and then you have a class name and parameters. Okay. So right here, let me actually bring up an example. One more time, okay? Yeah, one more time. I bring up a simple example because I already discussed it. So here would be a very simple example just to remind you what is a constructor, okay? So here today we are in chapter 4, part 4, okay? The fourth time. So we will finish up this chapter today, okay? And then next week we will start to coding back, okay? We will start to do coding back. So the first one, let's try this one called point, okay? So here, remember you want to design a data, so you create a class and then put it in the same class. So here we actually want to have a constructor. So a constructor is to build a object. So we do have a class point, and then we do define underline, two underline, and then init. So these are two underline, okay? And then init, initialize. So this init is actually and underline, and then parentheses, and then cell, okay? You need to put a cell over here, S-E-L-L. Self means the current object, okay? And here we do have X and Y, two values, okay? So these two values are from outside, and then you have, okay, so, and then you have self.x equals x, self.y equals y, okay? And then this is one class, and you have a constructor. So this one actually called is init. Class name is called point, right? So we want to use this class, a point class. We can do p equals point. Let me change it to 3 and 4. Okay. And another point called q. Q is another point called q. It's actually point 0, 0. So we create 2 points, right? So we create 2 points. So these 2 points will be these 2 points will be on 0, 0 and 3, 4, right? It's a 2 point over here. So 1 point on 0, 0, that's Q. The other one is P, that's on 3, 4. Okay. So 2 point over there. Okay. Okay, so those are 2 points, and we get these 2 values, and then we can do print p.x, p.y. That's the 2 data field we have on the point. So 1 point we had 2 values x and y, and we actually do run, and we print now 3 and 4. That's the coordinate of the p. Okay, so that actually is a constructor. So constructor actually is a function. The name is called init, underline, init, underline. Okay, and when you use it, the function should be use this, right? And you will create an object. And the object has a value of 3 and 4, and you assign it to. Okay, so that's a point. Okay, and then we create two. We can create 2 points. So then we have a object, and the object has a name. So okay, so the object has a name. So the object now we have a name. The name can be, in our case, it would be P, right? Pointing to 3 and 4. Another point for Q, and this P and Q are called name, okay? Variable name. And then it's pointing to this one. Means actually this one is a pointer, okay? And this one is an object. So let's assume that here we do print px and py, and p is pointing to an object point. And later I say p equals 4, and I do print p again. So originally p is pointing to a object that's called 3, 4. And then later I redirect, I cut this one and redirect this one to a number 4. Number 4 is another object. But 3, 4, and 4 are 2 totally different objects. So we can print both of them. Okay, we can print both of them. But at this time, P is no longer a point. Okay, so here we can print P. Here we print type P. So before P equals 4, the type of P actually is a point. It's a point. After P equals 4, P becomes type integer. Okay, so here if we do import, okay, and then print, okay, print type, so it's a point type. Okay, the point type Q is also a point type. Okay, so that actually is a point, and a variable is actually a pointer. A pointer store address. So here you create a object that stores 3, 4. Okay, and your P store address and that address pointed to here. Okay, this is called object. This is called object, and the address can be changed. In this case, we change the address from originally from the 3, 4 point, 3, 4 object address to the address of the number 4. So we actually redirect it. Okay. So the next one we have the member function. So we can have a get x, get y. We want to have a get x, get y. So inside our class we do define get x. Over here you also need to have a cell. Okay. As long as the function is a instant function, you will need to have a cell. Okay. So instant function, you need to have cell. So here we do return x. Okay. So we also define get y. So return y. Okay. So basically here we do this one. We can also do print p that get x. Get y. Okay. So p you print by p dot x, p dot y, and print by p dot get x, p dot get y. You get the same data. I'm sorry. Return X is not, okay, this should be returning cell.x. Okay, your own data field X and your own data field Y. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, so that's that. Now let's actually continue. So here we define two member functions. Okay, the member function, last time we talked about it already. Member function really means there's a property, there's a behavior you have on the object. Okay, so point is a class. Point is a class, right? We create a point P, and point P has X and Y, two data field, X, Y are data field, and we have a get X and get Y, two function. And these two functions is get the individual data of X and Y. Okay, that's called instant function. If it is shared property, say point, if there is a shared property, then shared property should be declared as a class variable, okay, and class function. So we did that already. So that actually is actually this one creating a point, and then we can create a circle using this circle equals point this, and then we can draw it. Okay, we do this already, and then this one alias versus cloning. Okay, alias means two pointer, they share the pointer. This one is called alias. So two pointer pointing to the same thing is called alias. Cloning means it duplicate for a new copy. So let's see. Here we have these two, this one. Okay, so now I have P to R. Let me do R equals P. Okay. So basically R equals P. So P is pointing to a point. That point is 3, 4. Okay. So R, if it's alias, it is an object different name. Then you actually copy the ages of this guy. Say 3, 3, 3, say 2, 2, 5, 5. You copy the 2, 2, 5, 5 to it. Okay. So that's the ages of this object. It's copied from P to R. Okay. That's this one called alias. Alias is the name, different name of the same object or person. Okay, so a person who is called Tom, and he might have a Chinese name called Yo-Yo, right? So Yo-Yo and Tom actually mean the same person, but he may have two names, right? One Chinese name, one English name. So Tom and Yo-Yo are called aliases. Okay, but if you actually have a twin brother, that's duplicate, that's called cloning. Okay, if you have twin brother, that's called cloning. So now, if we do assign P to R, is that the same one or is that different one? We can check by this. Okay, so if R dot X equals 5, okay, if it is alias, then P pointing to 3, 4, right? R also pointing to this one, 3, 4. And then we say R's X change to 5. So if it's aliasing, we will see P's X should become 5. So if it is not alias, if it is cloning means making a copy. So it's a twin brother, not the same person. In that case, you should get a 5 over here, okay? But P won't change. So by printing your P's X and R's X, you should be able to figure out it is a clone copy or it is a alias, okay? Okay, so here we do have this one, okay? So let's run it, okay? Oh, okay. Sorry, this P we assign to this P we assign to it here. Okay, so that's actually copy this one back. Okay, I'm sorry. I have assigned it to a integer. So let me copy it back. Okay. So the answer is both become 5. Both become 5 means the equal sign is copy the ages to. Okay. Both become 5 means it's actually copied into. Okay. So basically it means that the operation is aliasing. Copy equal sign means actually A and alias. Okay. So R is the different name for P. Okay. So if we do the following, we have actually PQRS. If S equals Chrome for P. Okay. So now PQR are actually PR are both 5. So let's copy this one. Okay, copy this. And we actually do S dot X equals 6. Okay. There's no Chrome function on let's try different function. Okay, let's try copy. Okay. There's no copy function. Let me try again. So maybe it's called oh, okay. If you don't do contrast. Okay, so let's see here if I do this one. Here if I define a clone function, so here let's do define a clone function. So I do clone function. Okay, so let's try this one. Okay, so this clone function actually it make a clone. So P and R not changed, only S got changed to 6. Okay, so in that case, this clone, this S is a clone result. Okay, so we do using the clone function, we create a new object. Then the S now is a new object that has 3 and 4, and we change it to 6. So the other two still C in 5, only S C in 6. Okay, the way we do cloning is actually over here. Okay, the way we do cloning is actually we do create a new point, and that new point has uh, the current points X and Y value. Okay, but it's a new point because we use a constructor to deal. Okay, so that actually is a new point. Okay, okay, so that's actually the new point. Be a new point. Any questions so far up to here? Is that okay? The alias and Chrome.
Could you go back to the program, please? Thank you. Okay, I'm done.
Okay. So that actually is Chrome. Okay. Chrome and alias. Okay. Alias means create a new name. A person who registers the new name. Okay, that's actually called alias. And cloning means like I create a duplicate copy. Two are different. Okay, so we use the graphic object. We tried many times at least already. Okay, so I don't repeat it now. So we have a P point. And then we can use the method such as set line, set style, set colors, set outline. Okay, that we tried many times already. So that's calling a function. Okay, this function we call it instance method because it belongs to the object. It belongs to the object. It doesn't belong to the class. Then the next one is move. Move or move object unit from somewhere to somewhere. Okay. That's actually called a move. Okay. So that's called move. And we actually try to use the clear function before for join the graph. Okay. And we actually do what? We do Mickey Mouse and make it move. Okay. So you need to erase the old image and then draw it in the new position. So we call that. That's actually called mutator when you change the data. So the so-called mutator is you can do move. So let's move 2 and 3. Okay. Now move ES and D1. Okay. So we do spell that S equals ES X self dot X plus equals EX. Okay. Self dot Y plus equals D1. Okay. So this one use X increased by DS. This one self dot Y increased by D1. Okay. So what happened is let's do this one. Let's have Q. Q is actually 0, 0, right? Q is 0, 0. So we do the following thing. We do for I in range 20. I'm going to move 20 times. Okay, so here I do print actually percentage D, percentage D, something like this, and then percentage here, actually Q dot X, comma, Q dot Y. Okay, so we print the X and Y for Q. Okay, and every time Q dot move, what? 2, 1 and 1. Every time I add 1 and 1 to Q. Okay. So starting from 0, 0, it starts to move, and I do move 20 times. And we do run. Two elements, 3 arguments. Potential argument, 3 arguments. I forget to put the cell. So here we read one more time at the end. We print one more time at the end because the first time we print no change, and totally we print 19 after change, and the last one we also need to add one more. Is that okay? So from 0, 0 to 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4. Okay?
Mine isn't working.
Yours isn't working. Wrong. Your Chrome doesn't work. Chrome, go back to your Chrome function. Go back to your Chrome function. Your Chrome function doesn't have any parameter, only self. So you cannot Chrome P. Go back to lower. Go back to lower. The Chrome inside the function is no P. Go down, go down, go down. Go down a little bit. Pull down. Go down. This one delete it.
What should I change to?
Delete it. Delete the P. Delete the P. Just the P, yeah. Look. Your print statement. Hold on.
That's all I can scroll down to.
Yeah, wrong. Top code don't have value X. Go back. Your Q. Where is your Q? Your Q forget the point. Okay. Your Q don't have point. Your Q need to call point.
Where should I put that?
I saw already. You should put there.
Oh, okay. Q point.
James, put a point.
Yeah, put a point there. Move. You put. Go down to move. Move. You forget the self. Move up. Go up. Go up. Not here is okay. 1, 1. Okay. Go up to the class. Here you make the same mistake I make. Here move, you should have a self.
What?
Here you should have self. So what's the meaning for having a self?
It's by I'm not 100% clear on what self means.
Yeah, you have to ask question if you are not 100% sure. Okay. Self means create an instant function. So here you also still need to have the common DSDY. You still need that. Common DY. Common DY. No. That. So what does the common mean? What does common mean? What's the common difference from having?
It means it creates a function at the point dx dy.
So common are this dx dy are 2 parameters. Okay. So if you don't have self, it's a class function. You have self, it's actually called an instant function. Here, this one is comma, please. Comma. This one is comma. This one is not period. This one is comma. This one is comma. Yeah. Wrong.
Okay.
Okay. So you got to understand what it is. Okay. Just don't just copy. If you don't know, you I'm okay. I can actually explain again. Okay, is that okay? Don't just copy. If you just copy, you actually don't know. Okay, I know the time is short, so you try your best. If you don't have time, you should focus on trying to understand it in class and ask questions. Okay, typing is not important here because typing I can after class I can send you the file. Is that okay? It's good if you can follow, but if you cannot follow, you spend a lot of time to typing. That's not good actually, and actually will distract you from understanding the code. Okay. So here we define a class, point class. We have a constructor. We get s, get y from and move. Okay. And let's move. Okay. Try to understand what happened. Okay. Don't just copy. Copy, you actually lose your time to learn it. Okay. Okay, this one. Okay. Change the data. When we change the data of the object, we call it a mutator. Okay. Mutator actually is change. So mutator is the type of function called mutator when you have your data change. Okay. So if you have another one called set x, set y, that's also a mutator. So you can actually set x, set y. Let me do it. Set x, set y under the get x, get y. Okay. So you do set x, okay, cell, and you provide a data x, and you say cell dot x equals x. So you update the cell with the self copy of x with the data x. Okay, and you can do set y. Okay, here you have the data y, and you do self dot y equals y. Okay, so we have these two functions. These three actually are all mutated. So this one actually is mutated. Okay, mutated means change the data. This one is also a mutated. This move is also a mutated. Mutated means a function that changes the data. And getter is not mutated. It's an instant function, but we call it accessor. Accessor is to access the data. You would get the data. It's called accessor. Okay. And this one to initialize, but the name is called constructor. Build the object. So the data have many functions. When you build something, you build some object, we call it constructor. Okay, and then you try to get the data out. Now we call it accessor. We try to update the data, we call it mutator. Okay. Any question up to here? The name of the function. Any question? Any question here? I keep a screen so you can copy, okay? But do listen more, okay? Listen more. Because the key point is to think, to understand what it is, okay? If you just keep copying, you actually, at the end, you don't understand. The next time, yeah, question?
What's the difference between the get x and the set x?
Get x, you get the data from the object point. So you have a point, right? You have a point. Here you have 3, 4 as your P, original P, right? So get x means that you get the data x and assign to say x, say g, and g becomes 3. If you actually do g equals p that x, right? That you have a data 3, 4, and you get the data out. It's called get x. Set X means you update. So P that set X 100, we change this one to 100. Is that okay?
Yeah, thank you.
So that's the difference between getter and setter. Getter and setter has another name for accessor and mutator. Okay. Any question? Any question? So getter, setter, these are very typical functions for an object. Every object usually you have some data, right? You have some data, and those data you may want to read it. When you try to read the data, it's called accessor, right? If you want to check, if you want to write into it, that actually is called mutator, right? So you have a bank account, right? You have a bank account. So if you deposit money into it, that actually is called a mutator, right? If you withdraw from it, it's also a mutator because you are going to change the amount that you save in the bank, right? So deposit and withdraw both are mutators, right? For bank account. But check balance, you only want to check the balance of your bank account. That's actually called accessor. Is that okay? So we have a bank account, right? You have a bank account. Your bank account, you have some dollar into there, right? So you create a bank account, and then you want to see how much balance you have. So check balance. So check balance function is accessor. Or you can also think about it's a getter function. Get balance. How much balance you have. If you want to deposit. So you put $10, you plus $10, right? You want to withdraw. So you draw $20, it is minus $20. So both deposit and withdraw, both are called mutator. Mutator will change the data. So they are setters. Is that okay? Is this okay so far up to here? So we have object keep track of data. Data actually is a status. And we have mutator and accessor. We keep updating or maintain the data. Okay, you can check the data, you can update the data. And that's called data object-oriented programming. Maintain the data and read the data, use the data. Okay? Any question up to here? Hello, any question up to here?
No.
No? How about Ethan, are you okay? So basically, object-oriented programming is like this. You have data, you have the function that maintain it, right? That's called object-oriented programming. If we don't write this way, what will we do? Let me try another one. Okay? Let me try a stupid one. So if we don't have this one, then we actually create a new one. So here we have save us. So let's call this one point, and then OOP. Okay? Not object-oriented programming of the point. So since it's not object-oriented programming of the point, we should have a point equals 3 and 4 by using tuple, right? By using tuple, so we have that. Okay, so our Q equals up this one is tuple, right? And we do change. Actually, we want to print as Py. We actually do print actually P's rotation 0 and P's rotation 1. we don't have xy. It's not called xy. It's actually point one and point the so-called first tuple and second tuple. First tuple use index 0. Second tuple using index 1. Okay. So the next one, ks, ky, you also don't have that. So you can only do these two here. Right? And the next one, actually, you do type. We don't do type. Okay. The next one, P4. Okay. This one, I omit this portion. Okay. So here, if I want to create, actually, I want to copy to R. So R, you put this one to it, is also create an alias. Okay, this one also create alias. So R is an alias. We copy it, and then we say Rx equals 1, so we do R's 0 equals 5. Okay, so this is non-OOP way of using the point. Okay, including here to P0 P0. This is non-OOP. Okay. So far, if you just do setter, you don't see the advantage of having the object-oriented programming. You don't see that. Okay. So far, if you just try to read data, you don't see that. So let's look at the move function. Okay. So the move function. So here, if we do this move function, right? We do this move function. So we do for integer I in range. Okay, so we want to move the data. So now we actually do print once. Let's do print. So here we put Q0 and Q1. So here, instead of having the move 1, 1, we do need to do Q of 0 plus equals 1. Q1 plus equals 1. Okay. So here, if our move not only have 1, 2, X and Y, we have S, Y, G, W, T, whatever, so many different things that you need to update. So here, if you do have Q that move, okay, it's not only X, Y, G, but also W, S, R, T, whatever, quite many parameters. Then you need to do Q of 0 plus equals 1, Q of 1 actually plus equals 1, Q of 2 actually plus equals 1. So object-oriented programming, in a way, it will also save time and also get more organized. Okay, get more organized and also save time. So actually make the code reusable. Okay, it actually made the code reusable. It also will make the code reusable. Okay, that's one of the reasons we do it, make the code reusable. So next time if you need a point, you can actually do it. Okay. I do not allow item assignment. So this one item assignment is not okay. So you see here, even this one R0, it does not allow the mutate or tuple. So you can only use, you may have to use this. Tuple does not allow you to exit using it. So we change to list. Okay, it's okay. And this one so far, okay. But how about here we have this different one. We have point, we have this one called point, not non-OOP, and we have another one called point OOP, right? This one is point OOP. Now, here I do define main function, okay? And I do actually do check this one. So put everything in my main function, and here I do if underline main name equals underline main. So check if that is the main program. Okay, this module is the main program. So here I print main. Okay, so this one I put it here, and in my non-OOP I do the same thing. I also put this one as here. Okay, and then this one actually I do define name. Okay, put it over here. Okay, so inside this function, if I do run, let's assume that this queue update is not very tedious. So you still don't feel bored. So it actually performs the same way as before, right? And this one I do run, it also performs the same way as before. So this actually no problem. At this moment, you still not really see a really good point to use object-oriented programming. But here, if I have another function called new file, I save it as, so here I say use form. So here I create a module called use form. And then here I do say run form.
Could you go back to your second program?
Yeah, one moment, please. Let me finish, okay? So here from point, I import everything, okay? And then here I do what? I do actually do p equals form 2 and 5. Okay? And here I do for I in range, okay, 20, okay? And here I do printing stuff, okay? One moment, okay? Let me finish it. Okay, so here I create a point for p. Now let's change the name because I use p so often. Let me use W, okay? Because this one is a new point in here, okay? So we change this one and we import from p module, and here this one is a class, so I can actually import it and run, right? So I do run it, okay? I do run it and do move. But the copy that I use here, I can't reuse it. The non-OOP one, I cannot use the data that I define in my print my point non-OOP. I cannot use it that way. So OOP do have a advantage of making the point class reusable. So okay, that's why we use one moment. Okay, I'm going to run this one again. Okay, good. Now we actually keep this one. I think you have it. Okay, so we keep this one here. Okay, we try to do this one. This one's English, so let me actually put it. The text is not important. This, okay. And this one's not. Okay. Okay, this one is the original point class. Okay, I keep it here. Okay, so you can copy. Okay. Let me know if you have a question. Okay. So the left hand side one is called point, the P1. Okay. This one is called point underline num OOP.py. So not object oriented version. Okay. And the bottom one, and this one up, the bottom one here is called use point.py. Okay. So you can use the point. So the left hand side point is a data class, okay? And the right hand side point non-OOP is a pure, it actually just script to operate on list or on top of, okay? And then the bottom one here, it actually is a program file. It cannot define the data, it just use data. Okay? Any question?
Could you stay on the code, please?
Yeah, I'll stay on the floor. I'm not going to move. So I try this, okay? I try, when I'm talking, I try to be more focused, okay? And then when I stop here, I try to give you more time to talk, okay?
Okay.
Let me know when you are done. Okay? But you must understand it, okay? In the class, you must understand it because once you finish the class, it's hard for you to ask questions, okay? Must try to understand it. Okay? Any question?
I have a question.
Yes, go ahead.
What does w.move do?
W.move is the same as Q.move. So you will run the move function on W point. So W point is a point, Q is a point. So you are actually doing this. So you will change the data of the W's X and W's Y by adding a dx dy to it.
Okay, thanks.
Dx dy means the change of X, change of Y.
Could you scroll down on the class point?
Which one?
The class point.
Okay.
Scroll all the way to the bottom, please. Thank you.
Yes.
A little squiggly.
Any question?
Hey,
I don't know.
Any question?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that little squiggly thing?
Hmm? I had it. What question?
I don't know what the little squiggly thing is.
You don't know what detail what?
The like S thing.
That X thing you don't know. You don't know about this dot X, what that X mean?
No, the
No, I don't.
squiggly
You don't know
thing.
what I mean. Just ask. Tell him that too.
Her microphone had echo for some reason. So I hear like there's an echo. So when you talk, you can let me see. Yeah.
I don't get what the X thing is and the squiggly thing.
You don't know what is X.
Yeah, I'm kind of confused on that.
You create a X and Y when you do two-dimension data. You have a point. That point will have X and Y. That's
Oh, it's that X?
Yeah, that's the data of your X.
Oh.
So when you have a point, this point is called P. So P dot X, that's your X value in that point.
Also, what's the squiggly thing? Is that a percent?
Which one? I had a which one?
That thing.
I
Is that
had a
percent?
that percentage one.
Oh, that's percent? Okay.
Yeah, that actually this one. You actually copy. You actually
Oh,
provide
okay.
data to print it. Yeah.
Thank you.
Any more questions?
On the way up.
I'm not done.
Run, just run. And point.
How about Zoe? Are you okay?
Yeah, I think I understand.
You understand?
Point.
Here we have DSD, right? So all the calculus, all the whatever, we can do it using Python, okay? Another thing we can use Python. And actually today I'm working on some robots. Okay? Here I'm actually teaching a virtual school, okay? I'm not kidding. I do work on a robot manipulator using Python, okay? So I'm calculating when I turn.
Dr. Chow,
Yes.
could you help me? Both of them aren't working.
Mm-hmm. Show your screen.
So, well, for the second program first.
Why you are forward over there? You need to align. Why you are forward is actually 3 or 4 space back. Yeah, you need to move it this way. Move it this way. This one need to have a line like this, right? This one need to be here. We do align. No. No. Your print is inside your for loop, right? Your print is inside your for loop. So here actually this one you should do this. 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 But this one is not. This one is outside. This one outside the for loop. This one basically is 300 miles away. It's actually not related to the for loop. Your main function is not defined. Your main function is not defined because this one over here, let me see. whole thing inside the main function. So this whole thing are now inside the main function. Okay. So now you do run. Okay. Any question? Any question?
1 second.
Yeah, you want
Could you check my third program too?
Yeah, share.
Let me first share minus this.
So program, yeah. Wrong. And how comes your P point is a capital P?
Well, I mean, my original point program had a capital P, so.
Yeah. Then show me your original file.
Mm-hmm. 1 second. Let me rename the program.
Try not to have the space in the file name. Okay. You have a space between the file name, you create a lot of trouble. You cannot import it. You cannot import a file that actually has a space. Do not use a file name with a space. It is not for Python. Okay. It is not. You are asking for trouble. Actually.
Okay, I renamed them.
Rename, you still need to call them differently. Not this one, but the other one.
Let me open it again. 1 second. So here's the point program.
Yeah. Here's point program. So you mean this one should use lowercase.
Class point. This one is lowercase.
This one using lowercase. This
okay.
Lowercase.
So wait. So if
Wrong
I
it.
ran this.
Wrong it. So self.x has an error. Go back to your self.x. Go back to your point class. So self.x return self. Well, why you have the equal x?
Could you say it again?
This one you don't need to return.
Oh, okay.
You only change the data. You don't return anything. You are not reading anything.
So I don't need the return?
You don't need a return. Return means you are sending some data back.
Okay. So 1 second. Let me.
You run your point 2 or point 3.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Yep.
Any more question?
Nope.
Okay. So right here, let's see. Let's continue. Okay. So that's actually the.
Dr. Chow,
Yes.
please look at my program. It doesn't
Yeah.
work.
Let me see. Okay, you share your screen, please. Your alignment, same thing. You have the alignment problem. Okay. You have an alignment problem. You have alignment problem. So here you have P, Q. Here you don't need to. No, wait one moment. Okay. You don't need to print your P 2 times. Okay. So there is no PT. Okay. Change the name to Q. Okay. You don't need to print your P 2 times. Let me change it. Okay. So this one actually we have to use it as a list because we want to update it. We don't want it to. We don't want the tuple. Tuple is immutable. You cannot change the tuple. Then your name O is not changed. This is 0, is not O. Use your brain, okay? You can never use an O as an index. Should open the O there. Yeah? Any question? I had an, are you okay now?
Yep, thank you.
Okay, but we got to hurry up, right? Otherwise, 10 weeks later, we're still on chapter 4. I'm sorry. We have to hurry up a little bit. Otherwise, after 10 weeks, we're still on chapter 4. We never get out of it. Okay, anyway, so the graphic object is also storing a lot of data. It can be a circle, can be a rectangle, can be a oval, can be a input text object. So those are different objects, and they do have their own XY, their own CX, CY, their own point, their own width and height, their own color. So let's see. This circle is a constructor. So you create this circle is a constructor. So we create a circle, right? That actually is a constructor. So this is step view, okay? Zoe, what's a step view? What type? Let's assume that we have 3 types to choose. One is constructor, one is assessor, the other one is mutator. So what is this step view? Is that a mutator or is that the assessor?
Isn't it an accessor?
No, it's a mutator because the update is color to yellow.
Oh,
Right? So left eye has a property, you change it as a mutator, right? Mutation called change, right? So mutation of DNA, that is you change it, right? So the next one, set outline isn't what type of function it is. Now this one,
Wait, what?
set outline. Is that a constructor or is that an assessor or is that a mutator?
I think it's a mutator.
Yeah. How about this one? You continue. Right eye equals left eye. What does it mean? What does the right eye equals left eye mean? So say let's assume that we have a Mickey Mouse, right? With those 3 circles, and we do create an eye over here, right? So if that eye is actually left eye, and we are trying to create a right eye based on the left eye, what should we do? You do aliasing or you do cloning? You do aliasing or you do cloning?
Cloning?
You do need to do cloning because after the cloning, you need to move that one to here, right? That the right one to there, so you do move. Is that okay?
Okay.
Otherwise, if you do move, the left eye also move. That's not what you want, right? Because the two sharing the same data, you just have one eye, you don't have 2 eyes. Is that okay? You create 2 names for the same eye. That's not what we want, right? Okay, so that actually is aliasing. So here, left eye, right eye, it actually both sharing the same data. At this moment, this is the so-called alias. So if you change the left eye data, right eye will also change. This is okay when we do have left eye and right eye sharing the same data. Okay, but if they may have different data, then you are in trouble. You are in trouble. So this one is creating clones. Okay, because the first one circle is one circle, left eye is one circle, right eye is another circle. Two actually have no relationship. Okay, two have no relationship. So this one is cloning. Okay, so now we are back to the study of the future value. Okay, so future value, we store something, we create the so-called saving account, okay, checking account. So we do calculate the interest growth. Okay, so now we actually do 10 years. So let's go back to green number program. Okay. So let me bring out the program. Okay, future value. Chapter 4, future value graph. Future value graph. Let me go back to chapter 3. No, future value. Chapter 2. Chapter 2, there's a future value non-graph. Okay. So this one, it asks you for the initial savings. So that's assume I have $1,000 and I have 10% growth. So 10 years later, I get so much money, right? So that's our future value program. So now we want to have a graphic version. So this graphic version is on my chapter 4 future value graph. Okay, this one you can get it from download from my course. Okay, from my Moodle course, you will have that, and you will actually ask for the money. I do put 1,000. Interest rate 10%. You will show like this. Okay. So enter the click. So let me actually try one more time. So here I try 10,000, interest rate 20%, and you go like this. Is that okay? Is that okay? Hit return. So what happened is here we want to draw the graph, right? We want to draw the graph. So now, first thing is that you still read in your principal. So your principal right now is principal equals 1,000. The initial savings like that. So we create a window 320 something. Okay, so each width 320, height 240. Okay, and then we actually draw a text, draw some text. So draw some text. These are actually drawing the labels on here. Okay? Drawing the label for the window. This different one, the actual text. Okay. So let me run it. Okay. So here it is 10K, 7.5K, 5.0K, 2.5K, 0.0K. These are the text label we print now. Okay, these are the text label we print now. These are the text label we actually print now over here. Okay, this one a little more complicated, so I do not expect you to fully. I do not expect you to be able to write it by yourself. Okay, so you create a point, and that point, and you create a label, and then you put the label, print the label in the window. Okay, so print by label, and then we calculate the height. So here, what we have is actually a window with 320, height 240. Okay, So this point is called 0, 0. This point is 320, 340. Okay. And then we are going to draw first bar, second bar here, third bar here, fourth bar here, right? Keep going. So we put a text value here. So 0.0 K is over this point. This point is 220, 230. So the higher label, the Y value is smaller. Okay. The higher label, the Y value is smaller. Then we start to calculate the height. The height means this point, how high it is, based on your principal value. Then you draw a bar. You draw a bar for it. Okay. And you keep doing that until every bar being drawn. Okay. So this is a for loop to draw every bar. Okay. And then you close the window. This one is future value number 2. Okay. This one I do not expect you to be able to fully understand or fully capable of redoing it. Okay. So I just go through the program. So basically, to draw a graphic version, you print the introduction, you get the value for principal and the interest rate. You create a graph, you create a label, and then you print the corresponding bar one by one. Okay, so that's that. So like this. Okay, and the detailed design, you need to calculate different point. Which point should I draw a block? Which point draw a block? It's very complicated. So this one I do not expect you to fully understand, but you do need to download it from my Moodle class for a simple code for chapter 4. Okay, to run it at least. Okay, so here the calculation of the coordinate actually is very complicated based on the set value to y, because my coordination here is 0, 0. Here is the 320 and 240. That's not easy to do. I would rather my coordinate is something like this. Here I have a point 0, 0. Okay, and I do just draw my value based on my coordinate. So you can do set coordinate. Set coordinate. So set coordinate, you specify your left button and right up. Okay, you specify your left button and right up. Okay, so that's actually a coordinate. So you say that your left button and right up, you can have a 40-point value. Okay, so what happened is, like, say if my window right here, I set my coordinate to be -1, -1, 10, 10. So here this one will be -1, -1. Here it will be 10, 10. So next time when you draw something, you will have 0 to 10, 0 to 10 to be used. So here if I want to draw a point, let's go 3, 3. You directly using the 3, 3, you will be able to read it on that point. Is that okay? So set coordinates is to adjust the coordinate of the X window. Okay? Again, this one I think is a little bit complicated, especially for you don't know about the coordination, Cartesian coordination. So color you have the red, green, blue. Okay? So these are different color, and color have the color name. And last time I do show you that you can use the W3 school. They have the color picker. You can choose the name, right? So this portion we talked about it already. So interactive graphics, so you can actually make it so that you can actually play it. So we do need to have an event. An event will handle your mouse click, handle your keyboard, handle a lot of things. So that's event driven. It's called event driven. So let's look at simple event for mouse click. So mouse click, you will get the X1, okay? You get the X1 and you will print it. Okay, so let's try a pretty simple loop. Okay, So that's why I don't follow it now. I want to do event driven. Okay? I want to do event driven. So let me close this one. So let me create a new file. This one is called it. It's called Win the proof. Okay, this one called Win graphics. In code start. Okay, so this part portion you know it already. Now we create window, so we do window equals graphic in. Okay, here we do win. Okay, okay, and then we do six. Let's do 800, 600. Okay. Okay, so now we create a window, right? And at the very end, we will do closing the window. So let me put this first. Okay, let's put this first. So that's the here. Let's do P equals win that get mouse. Okay, so here I do print percentage P. Okay, and then percentage P that get X, P that get Y. Okay, this one will be a X and a Y from a mouse point, right? So here actually let's do print that. Let's do actually let's do S equals input. Okay, so we do this, and we actually do not need to assign to the S. Okay, so what happened is we do wrong module. Okay, graphic in graphic in. Sorry. Okay, so we do create a window, right? We do create a window, and then we click for the first time. We will print out the we will print out the. Let me see. We are here. Okay, we are here. So now this one, let me actually put it over here. Okay, this one, let me minimize it so you can see it. Okay. Okay, so here we do have this one. And this is our management window, the window. So here I do click, you will get the XY and you will print out. Click. Let me see too many documents. Oh, okay. Here I should put a parentheses. Okay. Okay. So here I create a window, and then I waiting for getting mouse, and I click. You will read the value, and you'll be here, right? So now you're waiting for me to hit any keys, right? Actually, press a key. Okay, and quit. Is that okay? So let me actually still do as one more time. So here I click, okay, and it's wait for any key. Right? Let me do the other way. Some problem. So here that's not that's not wait for the that's not wait for the keyboard. That's actually trying to use mouse. Okay, one more time. And let's click. First time you get the value. Second time you close the window. Okay. Second time you close the window. So let's click and get out. Okay. And then let's see here. Okay, so that actually is a single point. Okay. That's a single point. So here, if we do here, we do say so. This one will get the mouse 3 times and print 3 times, and then get another one and get out. Okay, so let's actually say. So these two inside the loop. So you will run for 3 times, and get out. You will run actually only 1 time. It's not in the loop. So now we have this one, right? So click 1, 2, 3, and then the fourth time it will be this one because I finished the 3 times here. So click and you finish. Okay. Any question up in here? Stay on the window. Okay. Any question?
No.
No. So far pretty simple, right? Okay, so that's a window, and we can do triangle. Okay?
Could you help me?
Yeah. Graphic win. Actually, the iron, you made the same mistake I have. So graphic, no iron,
Oh, so graph.
graph win. There's no iron in between. Yeah.
Let me try that again.
Yeah, I made a mistake. Sorry.
But there's no.
What?
It's not pulling up.
What? Close it. Close it. Your percentage seems is wrong. You do not have parentheses.
I don't have what?
You need to put parentheses here.
Right there, and right here. Whoops. It's not working.
It's working. Click. Yeah. Is
Oh.
okay?
Okay. Wait, so what's the point of these 3 coordinates?
It run the mouse click for 3 times, and you will read the coordinate for the mouse. It's reading the where you click. So these 3 values are the location where you click. Is that okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Dr. Chow, could you please help me?
Yes. Hi, Helen. Show you program. Wait, I cannot see your program. So what's wrong with it? Invalid syntax. You have invalid syntax because you miss a parenthesis. You miss a parenthesis here. Come on. Wrong. click. Yeah. Is that okay?
Thank you.
Again, do not put a space between the file name. Okay. You are asking for trouble. Is that okay? Is that okay? Next time
Okay.
you are because you when if you have a name with that when later you try to import you got big trouble. Okay. You try to import a file you got big trouble. Okay. Don't do that. You can only run it by yourself. You can. So next one we have a triangle PWW. Okay, so that's it. It actually is more advanced version of our mouse function. Okay. So let's see one moment. Okay. So chapter 4, I have triangle. Okay, this one actually similar. It actually will get mouse 3 times, and every time I will draw a cone. Every time I draw a cone, I actually draw a cone. Get mouse and draw, get mouse and draw, get mouse and draw. Okay. So basically, what it is you set your window, right? You click 1, 2, 3, and you create a triangle. Is that okay? So what happens is you get the 3 mouse click coordinate and you use that 3 mouse coordinate to create a polygon. Is that okay? And here we set the coordinate to be 0, 0, 10, 10. So it's actually on the scale of 0, 0, 10, 10 scale. Okay? Any question? Okay, so this one you create a window, then you set coordinate. So the coordinate now is 0, 0, 10, 10. Right? So your window right now is actually that button is 0, 0 because you set a coordinate. Top right is 10, 10. Right? And then there's a 5 and 0.5 over here. You type click value, okay? It's same over here. And then you create 3 coin. You create 3 coin using this. And then you create a triangle using the polygon. So you can create it over here. And then fill in the pitch path color. Right? And set outline to sign. And so, okay? Now okay. Right? So this one is the text notation. Okay? So. Okay? Okay, so let's see. That one is drawing, so we finish that one. We must be handle text input. Handle text input, we had the entry. Right? We have the entry, so you can actually have the entry, you will read the data. Okay, so basically here we have quick KN type. KN type. So we do have this one here. Okay, so you handle the input. So every time I click, and then I can show the label. Okay, I can show the label. So here is click and type. Okay, click and type. Let me see if I do have a program. I'm not sure I have a program. Okay, let me close. So here I have a click and type. Okay, so basically I create 400, 400, and then get mouse. Right. So get mouse is a get mouse click, and here it has a key. Key I will do a input key, and then I will show them. So let's see. So here I click a mouse click, right, and get a key. Mouse click, 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 get a key. Translate to the T. Translate to the T. Translate to the T. Translate to the T. And here 10 of them. And you get up. Is that okay? Is that okay? Any question?
Could you please stay on that program?
Yeah. This one you can download from the internet, okay? Download from my course. It's a sample code for chapter 4. It is inside the textbook, actually. It's inside the textbook. So if you look at textbook will have this code.
Okay, I'm done.
Mhm. Okay. Now we finish this one, okay? And then we finish this one. And then you can do input. So this input, we have a convert GUI. Convert GUI, the conversion of the program for the temperature. We do work on the temperature program before. So this one is wrong. Let's just run it. So here we have a Celsius temperature. So let's do 37 degrees C, right? And click convert. And you convert it to 98.6. Okay, let's try one more. So here wrong module. Okay. So here let me try again. Here let me try 30 degrees C. Click convert. You change it to 104 and I click, it will close. Okay. So this one is called convert GUI. Same thing, you set a coordinate. Okay. And then you put the text, and then you wait for the input, and you get the input, and then once you click convert, you will actually calculate the change of the Celsius temperature to Fahrenheit, and then you print that one out, and then wait for mouse click and get out. Okay, so that actually is the open that. Okay, so this one is okay. This one okay. This one okay. This is the text input. Okay. So work on the homework number 4. Okay, number 4. And then here, let me show you work on chapter 4 homework. Okay, let me show you another interesting one. So last year, I had a student. I'm sorry. Check the wrong direction. So it should be here. So student here. Check 14. Let's try student. Let me see. No, this one. Let me try one more. Sorry. this guy, maybe this guy. Sorry, one moment. Okay. Here. I'm sorry, I'm also. Okay. I don't remember where I put it. Yeah, it's the guy who has the Mickey Mouse. Okay, let me show you a different example. So you can write something like this, okay? Okay, so these are something can be done using the graphics, okay? Let me try different one. This one probably too done, no music. No, this one is. Okay, anyway, so this type of program, when you get bigger, you can do a lot of things, okay? So here we just go through some basic one, and then we still have a lot of things to do. So I don't go into continue to do graphics. So next week we are going to go on to chapter 5. We will go back to data, okay? And we'll start to do coding back, okay? We'll start to do coding back. I know that Ethan has tried coding back before. So here we will do the coding back. So now we still have a little bit of time. Let's do this one. Please go to coding back and type coding back Python, okay? So go to here. It's called coding back Python. You do Google, and then you create a new account using your email and some password, okay? So try again. You do coding back Python, okay? Search this one and go there. Search for this one and go there. And once you found this one, the first one, you click, come to here, okay? And then you create an account. Just like this one, I have my account, so I log in. You should create an account first, okay? Then I can work on this one, okay? So let's try the first one. So coding back, usually I'll take turn, the student will take turn, okay? So one by one, and I'll teach you how to do coding, okay? this time that let me have Ethan to demonstrate because he has done that before. Okay, so Ethan, you show your screen. Go to your coding pad and show your screen. I'll check how much you still remember. Okay. Ethan, hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we will do this. Okay. So now, for example, we have 4 people. We'll do this one by one. I'll help you to learn more. Okay, by doing coding. And then we will also do chapter 5 next week. Okay, but we will also do this. So every time I probably will save half an hour to also. Okay, and later if we are more successful, we'll do 1 hour every time. Okay. And can we go to coding pad? I do not see it. Probably you are sharing. You do not share your window. Yeah. Coding pad is. Oh no, Python. Click Python. Click Python. No. You don't need to change. That has a particular Python. You log into your login. Okay, so login you will have whatever you have tried. Okay. Click that warm up one, please. Okay. So for example, like every time we have a student, right? So now let's assume that Isa is the first person to do it. So you click the sleep in, please. You work on this problem. Okay, you need to read your problem statement. Yeah, keep there. Tell me what you want to do. Tell me how are you going to solve it.
Okay. So we need a Boolean.
They did the Boolean, yes.
Is true or false?
True or false, yes. So try. Okay. So you need to return true when it's not weekday or we are on vacation, right? So what is the logic? Yeah, you're right. Yes. Good. If weekday, then whatever. Weekday, I think it's return false, right? If not weekday or on vacation. Right? Is that right?
I can't really hear you.
You can hear me? Can you hear me now?
Now I can.
Yeah, so if weekday you do true or false. You sleep in but not weekend or on vacation.
If it's weekday.
Weekday true or false. So we have weekend, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And
Oh, if it's weekday, it's false.
yeah, weekday is false. Yes. If it's weekday, you cannot sleep in. So weekday is probably false. Unless that is on vacation. So if vacation, return true. Yes. Yeah. And everything else is true or false.
False.
What? Everything else is also false. But your logic is wrong actually. Because if it's weekday and also vacation, you will be wrong. Okay, you finish. You just return true and go. You return true and go. Yeah, your logic is wrong. So at this moment, your logic. it tells you that actually if we sleep in is not weekday or we are on vacation. So you just do that. Okay? You just do that. So can you tell me what is a not weekday and we are on vacation? Not weekday and on vacation. How do you do it? Not
If it's weekday, it's
not weekday and vacation. Right?
yeah.
Yeah. And then this, if this, you return true. Right? Else, you return false, right? Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you write this way. If the logic is this way, you write this way. Write it, please. No, you pretty much this you can do it. Is that okay? Not weekday and the vacation, right? Return true. Yeah. Else, return false. Okay, go. Go. What's wrong with you? Or, sorry, this one's or. I'm sorry, I made a mistake. This one's or. The proper statement here is it's or. Right? I made a mistake. That's my fault. This one or. Okay, it's you need to work on it. Okay, your logic look like it's not there. Okay. Okay, now next one. This one I will have James to try. Okay, James, you bring out the coding pad.
Yep, I'm going to the website right now.
Yeah. Register an account.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I already have one, but
Yeah, you may have it in Java. It's okay, the same account. You don't need
I'm trying to, let me get in here 1 second. So Python. Should I start at the warm-up 1?
Yeah, one of them. Problem 2. Click click one of one. You click
So
one of one. Monkey trouble. Click monkey trouble. Sleeping, we already show it. Yeah. Work on this one.
so should I it's Boolean, right?
Scrolling down. Sure.
Have we done Boolean yet in Python?
Yes. We do so many if, right?
Let me think here. What should I do next?
What should you do next? It's your question.
I mean, I don't remember doing Boolean.
Python don't have Boolean data type. Python don't have any data type. Python doesn't have any data type. So you have two monkey, A and B, A smile and B smile, right? And it said that a parameter A smile and B smile indicate each is smiling. And we are in trouble if both smiling or both not smiling. So you report me when will it actually have trouble. So if both smiling or actually both not smiling, then you're in trouble. If lowercase, please, there's no IF, there's no capital I. Yeah. If both smiling, what will happen? If A smile and the B smile, return true, right? Column. This case, you return true, right? You both are smiling. What do you need a comma? Column. Is that column? It's a semicolon. That's a semicolon. You need a column. Yeah, and then change the line, return true. And you put there is okay. True, capital. Python's true, capital true. Yes. Then if both not smiling, if both not smiling, A not smiling, B also not smiling, you also return true. You are in trouble. All other case, you do return false. Hey, no, there's no such thing as both. I'm talking about both, but you need to actually give me how to write it in Python. It's not, there's no such operator as both, right? Is that okay? So here you need to have A not smiling and the B not smiling. How can you write it in Python? A not smiling. A smile is A smiling. But A not smiling, what should you do? Isn't that A not smiling is not A smile? And B not smiling, what is B not smiling? B not smiling is not B smile. And both are not smiling. In the middle, you put an N. In this case, you return true as well. It's actually you are in trouble. Hold on. No, not yet. All other case. All other case. Yeah, don't worry about these two cases. Change it for a new line. In the new line. In the new line. In a new line. In the new line means starting from here. All other case, you need to return false. No, not doing that. You keep that in the same line. Yeah. In a new line. In the new line, you return false. Means all other case, you return false. Okay? Capital F, please. Capital F. Capital F, false. Capital F. Yeah, go. Go. Okay, look like Python, you cannot really 100%, okay? You are off a little bit. I Helen, you your turn. Let you try it one more, okay? So this is the so-called coding back. You have to really study hard, okay? I know it's the first time, it could be challenging, okay? But try. If we don't try this one, you will never improve. Okay. The first 4 chapters are introductory chapters, so we try different things, but we do need to go through the detail to check whether you know or not. Okay. So Helen, please also bring up the coding pad, and I will let you try the problem as well. Okay.
How do you get into coding that?
Yeah, I try it and I'll show you. Type coding pad in your browser. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Click that one. Click Python. Click on Python. Yes. You need to create an account. So create account. Create account. No. You got that? You have one already? Yeah, maybe you have. Try. Click that one. Yes. Do you have a password? Log in. No. So create account. Lower create account. Right hand side you have create account. Please create an account. Yes. Use your email. Put in some password you can remember. You must write this down, okay? Otherwise, next time you won't have it, okay? Yeah. Okay. So, but you need to copy it down in on some paper, okay? But you click the Python here, okay? Click Python. Try one up. Now you try the third problem, sum double. Yes.
Okay, give 2 info.
Okay. Give 2 integer value, return their sum. If 2 are the same, return double their sum. So if you have 1 and 2, you return 3. If you have 2 and 2, you return 8. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really know what to do.
You don't know how to do it?
Yeah.
How can you check 2 are the same? How can you check A and B are the same? So if A equals B,
If A equals B,
yeah. So if A equals B, double equals same. Double equals same. A equal B. No, A equal double equal sign means to equal. B column. This one you should return what? Return 2 times parentheses. 2 times times using star. Times using star. Yeah. No. And then you need to have A plus B. Yeah. So this one actually is A equals B. So A now equals B, you return A plus B. Return, you just return A plus B. Return A plus B here.
so if
Yeah. Go. Okay?
okay,
Okay. Let's see. All right, Zoe, do you want to try?
Sure.
Yeah, try. Okay. We try problem 4. And after you guys all try once, I'll tell you what to do. Okay? But I will actually show you. Because if you don't practice, you don't improve. You try the deep 21, okay? Try deep 21. Even an n return the absolute difference between n and 21, return double the difference if n is over 21. So here, you have two cases, right? You have two cases. One is greater than 21. The other case is less than equal to 21. In this case, you calculate the difference. You should return the difference between 21 and n. In this case, double the absolute difference. So this case, double the difference. This one, return only the difference. Is that okay? Two cases. No, you don't need that. You just need to, this one, if you want to do less than equals, you do n less than equals 21. N less than equals 21. Less than equals 21. Less than equals 21. Yes. There's an equal. Equal also including here. N less than equal 21. Equal. Less than equal means this. Yeah, column. In this case, you return the difference between 21 and what's the difference between 21 and it's 21 minus n. Return this one. Yes, good. Okay, that's the first case. Okay, second case. Second case actually it is greater than 21. No equal. No equal. No equal. This one equal already being handled in the previous case. Yes. In this case, you need to double the difference. Yeah. Yes. Oh. Okay. Good job. Okay, you did well. Okay, now let me go back. Okay, now everybody has a turn. Now let me do it. Okay, first one, let's do on everybody listen. Okay, now more careful. Okay, are you okay so far?
Yeah.
Yeah. First thing is that this weekday and vacation both are Boolean variable. Okay, both are Boolean variable. So we want to do if not a weekday or on vacation, we return true. Otherwise, we return false. So basically, it's very simple that you can do not weekday or vacation. Based on the logic given, you do this. You do return true, right? Else, you actually do return false. So this one will solve the problem. Okay? Is that okay?
Yep.
Yeah. So Ethan, is that okay?
Yeah.
How about James? Are you okay? James, are you okay?
Yep.
Yeah. Number one, Python don't have data type, so you actually get two Boolean value and you operate. Okay. First thing I would say, this else is redundant. We don't need that because everything passed through this point, this one already false. Yeah, okay, so there's no need to use the else over here. Okay. Second, you are in the if true, then true case. Okay, if false, then false case. So here actually you return this one, you run this one, it will be the same. And in fact, if this one is true, you return true. If it is false, you return false. So this one actually you do not need to do this one. You just need to do this. And you will solve the problem. Is that okay? And you actually also don't need the parentheses. Is that okay? Hello, is that okay?
Yeah.
That's a problem one. Any question on problem one? Hello, any question on problem one?
No, do you want us to do it?
You are okay to do it, but I don't need to do it. I already show you. Is that okay?
Okay.
If you want to follow, you can follow. I don't care. I actually welcome. Second one, monkey in trouble. Monkey in trouble, same thing. If both smiling and all both not smiling. So we can do this one, very tedious one. A smile and the B smile. Okay. Or not A smile and not B smile. This is very stupid, tedious way of doing it. And in this case, we do return true, else we return false. But again, this else is not necessary. So I'm going to start to do simplification. Is that okay? I'm going to start to do simplification. So this one passed, right? Is that okay so far over here? Hello, is that okay?
Yeah.
James, is that okay?
Yeah, but what is the homework?
I don't care about homework. Focus on what we are discussing right now.
Okay, yeah, that is okay.
Okay? Homework is on the Moodle course, okay? We are discussing something important. Don't distract yourself. Okay, anyway, here we have this one. And then this else is not needed, okay? I'm trying to teach you how to solve the problem. So this one actually pass, okay? And then you fall into the if true, return true, if false, return false case. So this one, we don't need that. We can directly just return it. Same thing, the parenthesis is not needed, okay? Is that okay? Ethan, is that okay?
Yeah.
How about Zoe, is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's think about it. Okay, let's think about it. Actually, if A is true and B is true, we return true. If A is false, B is also false, we also return true. In fact, the logic of this guy is actually when A and B are equals, we return true. You get it. So this problem is so simple. Is that okay?
Yep.
So there are many different way of doing logic or doing programming. You kind of need to see through the problem. That's why I don't like the distraction. We are focused on discussing something important. Okay, don't distract us. Okay, is that okay? Okay, that's actually this monkey trouble. Okay.
Yep.
Next one, double sum. Double sum saying that actually we double the sum if two are the same. So actually this one is easy. Actually, if actually A equals B, okay, then return 2 times A plus B. So this one actually I believe should be Ellen, right? She already did well on this one, okay? This one not much to improve, so actually we return A plus B, okay? So this one almost the shortest one you can do, okay? But if you really want to actually improve, you still have return It's called conditional statement. You still have this, you can do, okay? It's called conditional statement. If you really want to make it even smaller, there's one more thing, but we did not teach this one, okay? So it's that if two are the same, we return this guy, else we return the other guy. But if you want to do conditional expression, you can do this one, okay? Let's try the number 4, okay? Number 4 is if 21. If 21, we actually return the difference between n and 21, okay? So this one actually, you actually can do this one. You can actually do if actually understand this one. Actually Roy already did well, so equals 21, and then you return actually 21 minus n, okay, and otherwise you return actually n minus 21, okay. Just a little bit summary. In the else portion, you don't need to provide the information. You see. Yes, then equals 21 plus 10. Oh, okay. This one need to be double. I forget about the double part. Is that okay? But L portion, you can actually don't need it. Okay. Okay. So I try my best to give you my answer. Okay. I know it's longer than what you expect to do, but remember when we are doing coding, be focused. Okay. So the homework, actually, you go to your chapter 4. Go to your chapter 4 and it's on there. Okay, there's a quiz and they are also homework. Is that okay? So go to here, try it. Okay, and the sample code is also here. Sample code is also here. So all of the homework I assign is over here, unless that I have extra homework. But the extra homework, so far, I don't see anyone send me the Mickey Mouse and whatever I request for. It's okay. It's extra. Any question?
No.
Okay, but number 1, programming duo number 1. Duo number 1 is concentration. Okay, you must be concentrated. Don't get distracted. Okay. When you do programming, you don't like people to interrupt. You also yourself need to be concentrated. Okay, no interrupt. If you take too many interrupt, you cannot think deeply. We encourage deep thinking. Okay, deep thinking, deep. So you need to be focused. Don't get too many distractions. It doesn't help you. Okay. Any question? So here you go. Here there are a lot of things, and there are two quiz, and submit your project. It's all here. Okay, so don't ask me next time for homework anymore. It's all here. You go here, it's always here. Okay, we finish a chapter, you finish it. Is that okay? It's all described here. Okay, and this course shell have been used many times. Okay. Any question?
No.
No? Okay. Thank you. Check you a little bit longer. Okay, sorry for that.
Yep, thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Chow. Bye.
Bye. Bye.